Welcome to Advent Reading in His Word, December 21st, 2020. That night, there were shepherds staying in the fields nearby, guarding the flocks of sheep. Suddenly, an angel appeared among them, and the radiance of the Lord's glory surrounded them, and they were terrified. But the angel assured them, "Do not be afraid." He said, "I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people." Luke 2, 8-10. The shepherds who came to see the baby Jesus had been on the night watch. The shift was in charge of protecting the sheep from harm. Often thieves or wild animals would attack in the darkness. Those in charge had to be ready for anything, though I don't think they expected angels to suddenly show up. And this is why the angel began with, "Do not be afraid," when he spoke. As we've read through this story this month, we have heard these words over and over again. Do not be afraid. It was spoken by angelic beings. It is no accident that these words have extra meaning to us today, as we can read the full extent of their life stories. But even then, the world walked in darkness, waiting for the light to shine. The light as the Messiah, Jesus. Today, some are claiming that the star that was in the sky back then might be in the sky this week. Whether or not it's of Bethlehem star is not the importance. The importance to me is that it is a bright star and people are thinking about Bethlehem because it's in the news. And then thinking about Bethlehem, they're thinking about Jesus. And perhaps more will come to know him through this bright and shining star that is in the sky. So why not share about it? Why not talk about it? Why not rejoice? This week, as we give gifts to our loved ones, let's think about the gifts that the kings brought. There were specific things that were mentioned with a purpose. When we give gifts this week, we should also let them be with a purpose. Things that have meaning. Our gifts should be meant to give hope, not stress, peace, not fear, gratefulness, not selfishness. Each of these things will keep the light on in our lives. When we give someone hope, it brings joy to our hearts and theirs. When we can give someone hope in Jesus, it turns on the light and brings them out of the darkness and brings joy to their hearts as well. That's why I say to give joy as your gift this year. When we give joy, joy comes from God. It's not the same as just giving happiness. It's something that's eternal. So let us give the light of Christ to the world this week. In Luke 2, 31-33, it says about Jesus, "Which you have prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles, and glory of the people of Israel." And Joseph his mother marveled at those things which were spoken of him. So let's keep the night watch. Let's point the way to his light in the darkness. Let's find a way to share his purpose for coming to the world, to save us, to be with us, our glorious King of Kings. In Jesus' name.